Welcome everybody. Oh my god, just came out of an incredible man circle with Amir. I will definitely drop the link to his weekly man circle in the descriptions down below. I can highly recommend this. Big shout out to him. And the topic we were diving into was retreating inwardly to receive the nourishment of life. And it's so beautifully intertwined with the series I'm sharing with you currently here on my YouTube channel, which is all about receiving. And I already shared a little introduction about what this series is all about, but I realized that there's so much more depth I want to cover in another video. Why I'm sharing this. Why I'm sharing tools, perspectives, expansion, to reconnect with that receiving aspect within yourself. And this goes out to all my brothers, all the kings who are listening to this right now. This is dedicated to all my brothers there. Guys, there's an aspect within yourself which is so important to connect with, which most of us never learned. And the reason I'm sharing these words right now is to give you a different approach to this series. For you to know not just to how to approach this series, but also how to approach this aspect within yourself. And for this, I will dive a little bit back into my Yin Yoga teacher training in March 2020. And I remember going into this training with the goal to increase my flexibility. There was a goal, there was something to achieve. And I remember the first day of this teacher training where the teacher said, this is not about achieving, about doing anything. It's about letting go. It's about surrendering. It's about receiving. And for everyone of you who doesn't know Yin Yoga, you lean into poses and you stay in those poses for 5 minutes. So it's a really long time. And what you're able to discover in that is that there's an aspect where you try to achieve something, where the mind tries to kick in, but then when you let go, when you connect with your breath, when you really drop into your body, it's this big exhale. This big exhale of receiving, of surrendering, of letting go. And the line that immediately drops into my head is, the less you do, the more you will get out of this. And most of the time, we are so used to approaching every single thing we do with a lot of energy, a lot of drive, with achievement, with, that's what I'm doing. I'm approaching it and I'm fully leaning into it. I'm doing this. But when we are able to let go of that, we are connecting with that part of us which just wants to fall back, wants to receive, wants to be nourished, wants to be cared for. And we all have that aspect. No matter how much of a tough guy you are, we all have that aspect. And the deeper we connect with ourselves, the more we realize as man that this aspect within ourselves needs equal attention than the part within ourselves that wants to give, that wants to go out there, fulfilling his mission, wants to be the best father, the best partner, wants to go out there sharing his vision with the world. And why is that so important? Because the moment you're able to fully open your heart and receive the nourishment of life, you are able to give from a complete different place. You are able now to give through an open heart. From this fullness, you allowed yourself to receive. And with that, and just take a moment. Just take a moment to listen to my words and hear the message I'm saying here right now. It already feels completely different to give from a place of fullness, of nourishment, of you're full. And giving from this fullness, you're out there being able to penetrate whatever it is that you need to share with the world. Share with your partner, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your son, your daughter, whoever it is. And there's another aspect I want to dive into. The aspect that when we're able to reconnect with that part, we are able to connect with so much more depth. We cultivate more depth. within ourselves, from which we are now then able to gain more clarity about why are we here? What kind of man do I want to be? Not just up here. Most of us we define, and I was always defining what kind of man I want to be from up here, from the programming of society, from the comparison on Instagram, from whatever it was that I was looking at outwardly. But when we turn inward, when we connect with that deep aspect within ourselves, with our heart, opening our hearts, we are able to connect with that depth within ourselves, with that part within ourselves which is able to tell us, this is why you're here for. This is the man you want to be. This is where you find that deep clarity within yourself. But for that, you need to become still. You need to let go. You need to surrender. Otherwise, you will always just scratch on the surface. You standing in the middle of a sea, right? Throwing stones into the sea, rippling all over the place. This is the surface, guys. If you want to dive deeper, you have to stop throwing those stones into it. You have to become still. You have to pause. You have to slow down until the water is still. And now you're able to look all the way down to the bottom. Now you're able to see your own reflection. And with that reflection, you're able to ask yourself those deep, hard, sometimes even uncomfortable questions. Who do I want to be? What kind of man do I want to be? How do I want to show up in my relationship, in my family, in my friendships, in the relationship with my kids, my colleagues? How do I want to lead my business? And when we're able to find that clarity within that aspect of ourselves, within that deep place within, you will know. You will know. And you then are unshakable in what you're going to do in this lifetime. Because it's not just like happening up here, which is wavering and shaking all the time by new comparison, new ways how you should do things, a reflection of someone you look up to. No, now you know it deep within yourself that this is why I am here for. This is the man I want to be. This is the father I want to be. Whatever it is. That's why you connect with that part of yourself. It's not just some woo-woo shit. It's not just some, oh yeah, like there's some, this feminine aspect. No. It's not about being a woman. Masculine and feminine is about energy. And when you're able to tap into this receiving aspect of yourself, reconnect with that feminine aspect within, you are able to take in life and then take in all those nutrients that you're now able to receive. And then you digest those nutrients to then give from a place of fullness, from a place that is completely different than you might have given before. And you are then unshakable in your truth. Because that truth comes from a deep place within, that you discovered within yourself, that you explored. It's not someone else who told you about that. You explored that place. And for that, you have to put in the work. You have to reconnect with that aspect. You have to lean into that work to make the changes that are necessary for you to become the empowered man you want to be. Brothers, are you able to see where this all goes? What I try to say? The message I'm trying to share? If you are here to do something bigger than beyond yourself, if you are here to be the most empowered version of yourself, if you are here to live life from depth, from integrity, from courage, from vulnerability, from fullness, then this is the work you have to lean into. This is the exploration you have to make. And yes, it is hard. Yes, it is challenging sometimes. Yes, it is confronting. But through that you grow, through that you expand, through that you find empowerment in being yourself. Because what you're doing with that is you're molding yourself into the man you were always meant to be. Shit, I definitely drifted off here a little bit and I got super hyped here, but this is what my mission is. That's why I'm sharing this with you. So the next videos, I invite you to not just watch next to your work or whatsoever. Sit down. Set an intention. Why are you going to do this? Why are you diving into this? What is it within yourself that feels drawn to the topic I'm sharing with you? And then watch this from a place of stillness, from an open mind and open heart to receive what it is that you need to receive, that you might not still yet do in your life, that you might have to implement. We all are able to always grow and expand, to gain more freedom, to gain more depth. And for this, we need to confront ourselves. We need to enter that place within, this depth, this stillness, to then make the changes we need to make, to be the man you want to be. So take this however you want. But this is why I am here. I am here to call you out, to inquire, to connect with yourself, to let go, surrender, connect with that receiving aspect of yours, to find more clarity from a deep place within, to open your heart. This is why you're here. This is why you're listening to this right now, because there's a part within yourself which somehow seeks for some guidance, and this is why I'm here. I'm here to give you guidance on your journey into wholeness. So I hope that you are hyped up right now. I hope that you were able to receive that message. I hope that you were able to see how I want you to approach the following videos. Because that's what it's all about. Opening yourself up, brother. I love you all. If you liked that video, if something resonated with you, please drop a comment down below. Just share your experience. Just share what came up for you. Hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, I am here to be in service to you. To all my brothers, all the kings out there who want more from life. I am here to be in service to you. So I'm looking forward to share more with you on the topic of receiving and so many other topics which I can't wait to share with you. Create a beautiful day, and I see you soon.